Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're feeling good on this beautiful day that it is. Today we're going to listen to Spanish love songs. We're going to listen to the track Generation Lost, which is off of the 2020 album Brave Faces Everyone, which is their third studio album. This particular track had been recommended and suggested and in a sense won by Ebo. So Ebo, thank you so much for the suggestion. We were playing GeoGuessr on the live stream recently, and I said if anyone guesses the state, the country, whatever we're in first, you get your request. And so Ebo won, and this is the request that he has suggested. So that's what we're doing today. We're going to give it a listen. We'll talk about it after. I've never heard of the band, but we're about to hear them right now. So let's go ahead and do so. Put on the headphones. Here we go. Love that drum. There you go. That's good, and I love the 16th notes on the hi-hats. That drive with those melancholic notes, chords. Okay. All I see is you floating, so I turn my stereo up. You live in Bangor and Ventura. I only saw you when we were high. Great singing. Finally touching down and unfolding. She said enough is not enough. You always feel like you fucked up. So what's the point of keeping yourself in line? They won't name you in the papers. See you out past the breakers. Same smile you've had since you were 5. 'Cause we're just so fucking that big break in the chorus. Speed it up. Feel selfish, but we still want you alive. The memorial wasn't bad. Some people tried to understand, thought you were complaining, but we weren't listening. Great lyrics too. That was good. That was really good. That's like the music that I would listen to like early 2000s, 90s. Like, I love that hard style, the guitar riff, that tone. It's so crunchy. It's so crisp. It sounds great. Now, what I was trying to find, I'm trying to find the name of the lead singer because he has a fantastic voice. His voice is both like crunchy and punky, but very, very melodic, especially shown in the break where the music slows down and that overwhelming sadness and grief and loss comes in. He shows his emotions very, very well in that particular moment. I thought that was really, really good. The drumming is really solid as well. Really great patterns. I love how punchy, poundy it is. Just bum, 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 ta. But then the guitar tone, besides being heavy and crunchy, especially in certain moments, has those chords of mellow, those chords of melancholy that sweep over the song. So yes, it's hard, it's heavy, but obviously lyrically, but also just musically, there's this kind of sadness to it. There's a little bit of tears on the face of, there's tears on an angry face. That's how I describe it. That's how I see it. So I believe that the lead vocalist is going to be Dylan Slocum, guitarist Kyle McCauley, and drummer Ruben Duarte, bassist Trevor Dietrich, and keyboardist. I didn't hear the keyboards on this particular track as far as I know, but Meredith Van Wert. Great band, great vocals. That's a good recommendation, Eva. Let's look at these lyrics though. You 29-year panic attack, and not the fashionable kind, the kind where you wake up and say, man, I just want to survive. Not a quick phase, not a passing thing, but life itself. But this world is short on empathy. You got out of your parents' place, started making money, crashed your car, and now they want your laces. They want everything. Laces, prison. And they gave you just enough to make you feel like you messed up. When you realize you couldn't keep yourself clean, but kid, you're not half bad. Could even be more than your dad. So why are you complaining if they're not listening? Like, you have it in you to be better, to be greater than those who came before you. Maybe they messed up. Maybe, like he says, better than your dad. Maybe your dad's not the greatest. You have the power within you to make those changes and to be someone. But something keeps going awry. Because we're so effing tired of explaining ourselves, we throw a pill down our throats or ourselves into the ocean. Because half our friends are dead, the other half are depressed. In this budget rate life, the borderline's looking thin. Great line. That's the chorus there. I like how, generation loss, a generation, which depending on which generation they're speaking about, you could look at it from many different ways. But there's just so much wrong in the world, and certain generations are really feeling that. So it's this generation of loss. And the lines of, we throw a pill down our throats or ourselves into the oceans. Like, things are going so awry, you turn one way, and if not that way, you turn the other way. And the line where it says the borderline's looking thin, like that line is starting to thin even more between the two extremes, and they're starting to blur a little bit. Driving out into the water because you took that leap of faith. All I see is you floating, so I turn my stereo up. You're living bender to bender. I only saw you when we were high. You're finally touching down, and I'm folding. That's interesting. So you're getting lines of what I imagine is them taking themselves out, basically. Taking that leap of faith, right? All I see is you floating, so I turn my stereo up. Like, losing this person, obviously they're going to grieve, but in that exact moment, turning the stereo, trying to distract yourself. And you never know how someone else's death is going to affect you, especially in that immediate moment. There's no right or wrong way to react. Everyone reacts in different ways to that kind of news. But I like the honesty that's presented, because sometimes the reaction of that immediate news is not always what some would consider the right reaction. And I like the honesty of just turning the stereo up, just trying to not ignore it, but like I said, distract themselves, take themselves away from that reality of the situation. She said, enough is not enough. You always feel like you've effed up. So what's the point of keeping yourself in line? They won't name you in the papers. See you out past the breakers. Same smile you've had since we were 5. That's that sad end of the road kind of situation. I know life is long enough. Didn't think you'd speed it up. Feel selfish that we want you to live or want you alive. The memorial wasn't half bad. Some people tried to understand. thought you were complaining, but we weren't listening. And sometimes that's all it takes. You just need someone just to talk to, just to listen to. If someone ever approaches you, a friend, family, whatever, and they just want to just like vent or whatever, sometimes all that's needed is just an ear. You don't even need to say anything. Don't worry about saying the right thing or the wrong thing. Sometimes just a shoulder and an ear is all that other person needs. And then the chorus repeats itself from there. That is a really, really fantastic song. Great track. Thank you so much for the recommendation, Ebo. Hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, let me know in the comments down below. Press the like button if you wish. Support the channel and all that stuff on the screen here, blah, blah, blah. I appreciate you guys stopping by, and I hope that you come back tomorrow. Bye, guys.